I can't do it today because I'm so busy. It's crunch time and I can't do it. I can't do it today because I'm a business owner. I have a lot going on. Don't you know, Spencer? I've got a lot going on. It's busy season. It's harvest. It's accounting season, tax season. I can't do it today because of that. I can't do it today because my wrist hurts a little bit. I can't do it today because I have a headache. I can't do it today. I didn't sleep at all last night, so I'm going to catch up today, take a recovery day. I can't do it today. Didn't you see it snowed? How do you expect me to do it? I can't do it today because the sun is in my eyes, and this is not the proper time to be doing such things.
This is the Game of Food. We're helping real people get real results with delicious food. Real food. Live from Spencer's home studio, podcasting to the world. This is Game of Food. And here's your host, Spencer Frederick.
Do you know anybody like that? Do you know anybody where just life happens to them and it seems like they're seeking negativity? And it doesn't mean they're a negative person. Actually, it kind of does, but they can be really nice people. They can be nice people. The people I'm thinking of that have this issue are actually very nice. I like that they're in my life. I do. I like that they're in my life. But they're seeking negativity. You know what I mean? They're the type of person where they'll send you a text message like, I don't know if you heard, but something bad happened to me today. You're like, oh, gosh, okay. You're leaving me a cliffhanger? All right. Yes, tell me, please, what happened today? Well, I can't believe it happened, but something horrid happened. And then they describe it in many paragraphs. And you're like, wow, that is negative. That does suck. I'm sorry that happened to you today. And then this same person gets on Facebook 5.5 hours later, and you see they post a cat meme, a funny one, that says something like, don't you hate it when your cat makes this little sarcastic face at you? And ha ha ha, how funny that is. And you're like, what the heck? This person just said this horrible thing happened in life, and now they're posting funny cat memes on Facebook. I think if it was that big of a deal, they wouldn't even be looking at Facebook and searching for the latest cat meme. I think they would be, talking to loved ones or reading some positive books to help with mindset, or taking rest if it was a major injury or illness. But no, they're not doing that. They're looking for funny cat memes. And then you're kind of reinforced like, okay, maybe that wasn't that big of a deal. And then this person kind of does that every so often, like once a week, once every 2 weeks. Again, these aren't bad people, but they are playing victim. They are letting life happen to them. They're letting life control them, is my point. And you don't want to do that, because if you want to be an achiever, which if you're listening to this podcast, if you are drawn to this podcast, it is because you want to achieve something or you want to be an achiever. If you don't want to be those things, you have nothing in life that you want, career, relationships, wealth, health, whatever. If you don't want those things, this is the wrong podcast. So if you do want those things, you can't be a victim. You can't let life control you, because, like I've talked about in many podcasts, you can guarantee that these little things and big things are going to happen in life. So the person that does achieve said things, whether it's health, wealth, relationships, they're going to overcome these things better than you. And so if you make these statements of, Spencer, I can't do nutrition today because of this thing, just know that I've seen somebody overcome that and do just fine. It is something mental that you have to work on. You don't believe in yourself. Sometimes you're too emotional about things. Something happens and you let it bring you down too far. When really, in the long term, many of these things that happen that are negative, unless they're big, I know there's big things. I'm not talking about major events. I'm talking about these kind of daily, weekly, monthly things that are guaranteed to happen. You can't let these things bring you low, because then they control you. Because if these things happen and it doesn't keep you from achieving and clicking and hitting your daily routine, there you go. You've got it. You are someone that stays in control of the controllables. There is always outside forces, external things that will happen that you can't control. There are always those things, but there are these things that we can control. We can control our health, our body. We can control what goes in our mouth. We can control what we spend our money on, what junk we buy, what junk we don't buy. We control those things. We always have these controllables. And you're not in control of those if you have these definitions around days. Well, my car broke down, so I ordered pizza. My car broke down, so I needed to go on a shopping trip and spend $300 at Target to feel better. No, not that. That's not what you want to do. What you want to do is first have the awareness. And then when you have the awareness, when these days happen, then you have to hold tight onto your goals. You have to hold really tight onto them because they'll slip through your fingers. And once you get through it, then you're a little bit stronger. So that when a day like that happens again, you can hold tight again, but now you're stronger. Your grip on it is stronger because you had a win. You had a success when times were hard. And part 2 of this podcast is that's why I think coaching is more sought after nowadays. And I think it's going to be something huge. I think everybody is going to have some sort of coach in health, in wealth, in business, in relationships, because that's a good way to get tough. You kind of fast track it to getting tough. Somebody can be your eyes no, you stated a goal. I'm going to hold you true to it. If you want this goal, this day is just a blip on the radar. This day is just you traveling on a road and there is a road bump that you're annoyed about and you're like, man, that bump on the road sucked and I bumped my head on the ceiling of my car, but I'm still going to continue because I'm headed to a vacation, damn it, and nothing's going to keep me from getting there. Woo! Now I know I'm getting crazy, but that's exactly what it takes. Your health, wealth, or relationship goals are a journey. You are traveling to your destination like a vacation. And there are guaranteed bumps on the road. You're not going to always go the right direction. You're going to have to pull up your map and ask for directions. And a coach is the one that directs you in the right spots. And if you don't want a coach, that's fine. But you're going to have to be able to get over these bumps and hurdles. They're guaranteed. Otherwise, everybody would be a millionaire. Everybody would have this perfect marriage and perfect little kids. And they'd be fit with abs and perfect blood work, and their doctor was super proud of them. Everybody would have those things if there weren't these bumps and these hurdles and these bad days. So a good way for you to get some awareness, and this is kind of big, I don't know if I'll get any pushback on this or not, or if people will like it, hopefully you like it, is if you are someone that shares a bunch of memes. Have you ever seen anybody that shares a bunch of memes? I share a bunch of stuff on my Facebook, so I'm not always innocent. But if you look at them and you can see somebody that is a little bit more focused on negative and life happens to them, like they're talking about how much their job sucks or life sucks or why does this happen to me? And it's like a meme that's true, but it gives off this vibe. And so look at your social media. Are you posting stuff like that? Look at the text messages to your loved ones, to your friends. What kind of announcements do you have? Are they positive? Are you an encourager? Are you somebody that's glass half empty? Looking for what is wrong in life instead of being grateful for what you have and the progress that you have made so far in the work that you've put in. Do a self-audit, learn about yourself, and I promise you, it might be alarming at first, depending on your weaknesses, because we all have them. You'll find something if you do a proper audit of yourself. But once you find those, then you can improve in these areas because it does feel good to overcome these things, right? It doesn't feel good to be controlled by the daily and weekly and monthly normal happenings. No, that doesn't feel good. It feels good to overcome them, achieve things, build on something. Make change for the better. All right, gang, I think that's all I have for today. Thanks for signing in to the Game of Food podcast. Please leave a review. I want to hear what you think about it. Hopefully it's good, but I want to hear from you. So leave a review on Game of Food podcast, and I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Spencer, signing off.